It's a new set that's dropping, and looks like it's going to be absolutely crazy when it comes out too. That's the thing about it. And it's not showing up them live. I don't know what's going on. Trying to get everything to where, cause I have to take and do. I don't have dual monitors, so I can't exactly see comments. I don't have it for whatever reason. It doesn't show up whatsoever. There we go. Why the hell is it still showing me? Is not. Okay, so apparently, what in the world? Public. There we go. All right, now I can see if anybody decides to come in here and chit chat. Now I've got it set up where I can actually see who's wanting to chit chat. So playing this, and I'm sure after I get done playing however many games I'm gonna be playing on this, I'm only gonna be able to play this for a little over an hour. My kids take and get out of school, and I've got to take and yeah, they're so loud I won't be able to take and play if they're home. So we'll see how this goes. Um, Playing this today, I'll be watching probably all kind of draft stuff after the kids get home, because NFL draft is tomorrow, and my channel's not about uh, sports anymore per se, but still my channel and still love sports, so it's still gonna keep creep up into my videos no matter what the hell's going on. I think things are gonna go a lot different tomorrow than what people are expecting. I believe that some of these kids that they've hyped up on offense, I just don't see the rate for some of them, especially some of the SEC kids on offense. Granted, there's a lot of good ones. However, the problem is a lot of these kids, like DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is injury prone as hell. Half of his career at Mississippi State, he was injured. He was on the sidelines. He couldn't do anything. And whenever that's the case, it's kind of hard to take and get a full spectrum of exactly how talented a kid is. Now, don't get me wrong. The boy can run. The boy can catch. He can go up over top of people. I've seen him do it to Alabama numerous times. But the problem is, whenever you injure your neck, you injure your legs, and you have issues like that start to happen. Well, then the problem is that you no matter how good of a player you are, normally it starts a snowball, and when it starts a snowball, well, I mean, let me make sure my well, it's not showing my face, and I don't know what the reason for that is, but oh well. To heck with it. So, anyways, he just, I don't know. I mean, he just doesn't. I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's quite as good as of a prospect as a lot of people are claiming, and the reason being is he doesn't have enough to where you can look at him and go, oh wow, yeah, he's going to be
Right on. Keep
something
up the
major.
pace.
And it might happen that he is. And if that is the case, then, you know, more power to him, because he's hella talented. But, you know, once you start having issues with injuries and just being in college, it's really, you know, you're playing against better talent. I think Drew Lock, he's got a hell of a lot of talent as a quarterback. However, the problem is, I don't think he's quite ready for the big time the way everybody's projecting him to be. You've got issue with him of, yeah, he can sling the football, but he makes too many mental mistakes for somebody that's, you know, got the talent level that he's got. It's just, that's how it is. Watching him at Missouri, and they can say he's got a gunslinger mentality all they want. And it's fine if you have a gunslinger mentality, but the problem with it is whenever the gunslinger mentality is what prevents you from taking it to the next level. And I understand he didn't have the best of talent his last year, which is the reason for why he didn't have as good of stats. However, the problem with that is before that, some of the wide receivers he had were freaking amazing. I mean, they were just awesome. So I think if he's a sit for a year and a half at college, it might be different. I think he'll definitely, you know, reap the benefits of that. But otherwise, I just don't see what everybody else is seeing. And that's just for the simple fact of I watched him. I watched him on a yearly basis all 4 years that he was at Missouri. That's just the cold, hard truth of it. I think this year's quarterback class is not as good as what the one coming out next year is going to be. I just don't. There's some good players, but I think they're going to take a little bit longer than what people are anticipating for them to actually catch hold and, you know, show the true potential they have as far as everything is concerned. I really think the tight ends are probably going to, the tight ends and the offensive line are going to be your best bet as an NFL team this year as far as offense is concerned. Daniel Jones is the one quarterback who really, I look at him and I'm like, all right, he might be something that he could start this year. And that's just for the simple fact of his coach was David Cutcliffe. David Cutcliffe has coached some hellified quarterbacks. I mean, Peyton Manning, Eli Manning, T. Martin. I mean, he was at Tennessee for a long damn time under, what's the guy's name? Philip Fulmer. So, you know, I can see him having success, and I can see him having success early. I think Dwayne Haskins is going to need to sit. I think Drew Lock is going to need to sit. And I think Kyler Murray can be successful. However, the problem with Kyler Murray is the fact of, how do I put this? The air raid is becoming more and more entrenched in the NFL, the air raid offense. But, you know, the issue for me is with him is the simple fact of the matter that his height, and I know height is not as big as it used to be, but I believe Doug Flutie was taller than what this dude is, and, you know, that being the case, you know, it's kind of hard to take,
the good part.
Really in my mind, take and justify actually drafting him at such a high spot as what everybody's wanting to take and draft him at. And they're talking about taking and getting rid of Josh Rosen there in Arizona. And I don't really see the need for it because Josh Rosen is a very cerebral quarterback. And as many concepts as Cliff Kingsbury showed for the air raid offense there at Texas Tech, I think Josh Rosen would be perfect to take and actually run it because they're talking about, you know, the most recent examples of successful quarterbacks that have run the air raid, you know, Baker Mayfield, Jared Goff. Jared Goff is a, you know, for the most part, a pocket passer. He can move if he needs to, but he's a pocket passer nonetheless. And, you know, that being the case, him being a pocket passer like he is, there's no reason why they should get rid of Josh Rosen. I understand Cliff Kingsbury is a new coach. Whenever you get a new coach, they want their own quarterback to take and groom. But I think Josh Rosen has higher upside as a football player, at least early on, going into his second year at this point, than what Kyler Murray has. Kyler Murray is a hellified talent. The boy can run his butt off. But if he runs the NFL, he's shorter than what Russell Wilson is. He's going to get his block knocked off. It's as simple as that. He's going to get his head knocked clean off. And you don't need that for your starting quarterback, because if you're going to have a starting quarterback that you're going to depend on, you want him on the field. So I don't believe at all that they should take and use a draft pick on Kyler Murray. I think Kyler Murray should be picked up by a team further down the line. There's been talk of, well, Oakland's fallen in love with him, which is fine. Oakland can fall in love with them all they want. But the issue is, they've got Carr, and I think people are giving up on him too early. I think he's still got talent. He was 1 year removed last year from his injury. He's not going to be, all pro again overnight. It's just not going to happen. So, I think things are going to play out a lot different this draft than what even the pundits are taking and thinking is going to happen. And give me 1 second. Getting this nice old Sam's Cola here. I think the defense and I think offensive line and your tight ends are going to be where it's at. I think the top of the board, the top couple players defensively, I just believe that it's so much better than what you'll have to pick from next year. That
you're not welcome here anymore.
I believe that's where most teams, especially the first round, I think that's where they're going to wind up taking and actually focusing their efforts is going to be defense. I think it's going to be a defensive-heavy first round. I believe you're going to have players like Quinnen Williams. You're going to have players Josh Allen, and you have, Joey Bosa. Those are the big names. But you're also going to have players like Brian Burns. You're going to have, these second-tier players. They're going to be able to make immediate impacts and step in as either, very high snap count rotational players or, starters straight off the bat for these teams that, with all the passing that's going on in the NFL right now, you've got to have a way to actually combat the offenses that are in the league right now. And there's no better way to do that in my mind than no better way to do that in my mind than get some of them pass rushers that are in the draft. Without a doubt. I think Rashawn Gary is another player that I think he wasn't utilized in the right way there at Michigan. I'm probably going to piss some people off with this, but Michigan, in my opinion, they're touted every year as a top-ranked
time for a break.
College, and Jim Harbaugh is a good coach, and blah blah blah, and it just doesn't bear out for what you see that is on the field. It doesn't happen. I think that Harbaugh is given a lot more credit than what he really deserves. I mean, a whole lot more credit than what he deserves. I think that his teams underperform perennially, and there's no reason that they should at all. It's just I don't think he can coach players that far above where they come in at. You look at Andrew Luck, who played under him at Stanford, and Andrew Luck is a hell of a player. He was a hell of a quarterback at Stanford. But the problem with that, is he didn't, directly take and coach him. He, David Shaw was the offensive coordinator there, or not? Yeah, was the offensive coordinator there, and that's who he took and grew under. Now, granted, Harbaugh was a quarterback at Michigan, but he just you don't see players make the kind of leaps that they need to as from a college coach. Yeah, I don't care if they're a 3-star or a 5-star recruit. They just don't make the kind of leap that they need to make before they take and get out of college under his tutelage. It's normally once they make that jump to the NFL that you really see where they take and shine, because they get better coaching, better positional coaching, and that's where everything really comes out. I mean, Andrew Luck, he's kind of a different story. His position coach there at Stanford was better than what he had. His positional coach at Stanford, I think, is the reason why he had as much success as he did there at Stanford. I don't think it had anything to do with Jim Harbaugh. And then you take and go in and you go to a team like the Colts, who know how to, they had Peyton Manning before he come there. So they know how to take and groom an offensive lineman. So, a quarterback. So I think it's a lot of I'm not really paying attention if I'm winning at the moment, drunken one. The game I've got the game in hand pretty much at this point. I'm focused more on the sports side of everything that I'm talking about. This is one of those games. It's kind of like chess. It's a card version of chess, basically. I've had games going for 35, 40 minutes, and I barely either win or 30, 45 minutes, and it looks like I'm going to lose, and then everything just turns in my favor, and they wind up just quitting. They're like, piss on this. I'm just looking. I figured I'd do this for a little bit, take and play a little bit of gaming, and NFL draft being tomorrow, and I cannot wait to see what the hell happens. I figured I'd talk a little bit of sports in the process, and I got
time for plan B as soon as I think of one.
Pretty caught up in that. I hope your day's going good, man. I'm just waiting on kids to get home from the bus. Well, he can't play that card, that's for sure. Oh, you going? Okay, well, he will play that card. Won't be for long, though. I'll get rid of that for him. I think I just think a lot of folks are going to be
I'm not done yet.
very surprised at the way the draft goes tomorrow. I don't think it's going to take and quite go the way the pundits have been talking about.
I never let past crimes go unpunished.
Yep, and this is going to be, if this right here goes through, this is going to, once I can get that down, that's going to be game, set, match. I'll have won it. I think defense tomorrow is going to take and carry the draft. I really do. I want to see where some of the cornerbacks wind up. Like Byron Murphy, Greedy Williams. Greedy Williams, a hell of a fast player. NFL's fixed anyways. Yeah, I've seen something where a guy took and sued the league, and they actually wound up having to take and put on the back of their tickets that results may or may not be predetermined, which I find kind of interesting. That have to put that on the back of tickets. I found that pretty interesting. I still enjoy it. I mean, WWE is fixed, but everybody still watches that, so I mean, why not?
Let's skip to the good part.
They do what? what on the back of the tickets. Now, my understanding is that's what they got on the back of the tickets, and it's because the guy took and sued the NFL, and I can't remember the whole story, but he wound up suing, and because he thought the way the game played out that it was rigged, and he wound up winning in court. They wound up having to take and put on the back of their tickets that it's may or may not be. Well, yeah, I mean, you got a point with that. I mean, definitely, you completely right on that. And it's bad that it's like that too. That's the bad thing.
Good riddance.
So and the thing about it is, the WWE, they're risking their careers. They know what they're getting into. But NFL players, even if it's not, even if it's rigged in some way, no matter what, they know what they're getting into, because they're doing it for the money like everybody else, regardless of what the hell they say. I can bullshit if you're saying that you're taking and playing it for the love of the game at the point where you're making millions. That's bullshit. You're playing it to take and make money. It's as simple as that. And that being said, I mean, they. Same with WWE. They're taking a risk. They're taking a risk in their livelihood or their careers. They know what they're getting into. Same as players in the NFL. They know what they're getting into. Yeah, this game right here is pretty much over with. I brought out the Primal Dawn, and it's just he's not gonna be able to take and do anything with that because it's indestructible. So he can't kill it. I think they need to get rid of Goodell, but the owners are the ones that take and control what he does. So, if it's rigged, the owners are in cahoots with it. Simple as that. Well, that's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons why I take and watch. I really enjoy watching college game. Alabama's my team, but I mean, I take and keep up with a lot of college football. SEC, ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-10 or Pac-12 now, Pac-10, whatever they are now. I don't know. Did so many expansions. It's crazy. But I thoroughly enjoy taking and watching everything. As far as college football is concerned, it's a lot more. It's a lot more fun. There's a lot more passion in it. Yeah,
You are removed from time itself.
Yeah, he could exile, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm just glad he didn't have a splash of white to take and settle the wreckage on that. Yeah, I'm more of a, I'm a bigger college fan than I am an NFL fan. But I love watching the draft every year just to see where the players that you take and watch throughout the year, and especially the ones that were there, that started as freshmen and stuff like that, to see where they wind up. I just enjoy the hell out of doing that. Because regardless of anything, I think the fellas should be played. Put your put your name on there in the comments, and after I finish this match right here, I'll take and play in a match. And I ain't even gonna lie, this is a play on a net deck, Esper control, but I think it plays better for as far as I navigate it better than a regular Esper deck, so I enjoy playing the hell out of it. You looking forward to the War of the Sparks tomorrow? I'm looking forward to that dropping to see what the how it's gonna affect the meta. You some bitch. Hate that damn card. That Ionize. Asshole. Go ahead and get rid of some of your counters. Go ahead and draw some of them things out. Yeah, I took the thought erasers out of the deck list for this, and took and added the Dovin's Acuities. I took out some. I'm trying to remember what all I took out because the regular Esper deck doesn't have Walk the Deck. It's got two. It's got two of the what is it? Cast downs. Anyways, I took out the thought erasers. I took out disinformation campaign. I took out a couple of cards that just for whatever reason I didn't care for the way they were working, at least for me, and I added an extra Mortify. Dang it, this one's not gonna play out the way I want to. I can already tell that right now. He's got too much burn in it. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'm a better pilot of these decks a lot of times than I am a brewer. I'm still learning how to take and build a balanced deck that'll take and play pretty decently. I will take and look at net decks, and if I don't like the way it looks, I'll go on ahead and just I'll take and make whatever tweaks that I need to so it plays better for me after playing 5 or 10 rounds with it. Why did I do that? I just wasted a fucking Walk the Plank. That was stupid. That's alright. Use a little bit of life gain. What's up, Alex? How's it going, buddy? I'm not going to be doing a panel on this one, man. I'm just playing the game, talking a little bit of sports, shooting the shit, playing. I'm going to be playing against Acid Burn 21, 212-81 after I get done with this match. Stop with the risk factor. I don't have enough life. I mean, I'm just going to give you cards, butthead. And this is probably going to take and get ionized or something. More than likely, just with the way everything's been going. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's all good, though. So I haven't done the Momer's Madness. I've been saving all my coins for the last... golly. Since about the last 2 days of March, I've been saving as much coinage as I can. Yeah, I might do that Saturday. And actually, Alex, if my wife has to work again tomorrow, my kids are in school, so I'll take and be streaming tomorrow. And I might just take and go ahead and start it off with a panel for an hour or two or something like that. Or I'll just take and do it Saturday night with the panel. Because I don't know if you're at work or whatever. After 10, people just drop 16. Good Lord. nice. Well, so, alright, so you're not at work, so. Well, depending on how much time I've got after this match, maybe I'll stop this for a minute and I'll have you on and talk. And actually, no, I'll say that tomorrow, if you're not at work, and you want to hop on, I'll take and bring you on to a panel tomorrow. I'm having fun playing this today, so. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, it's an underscore in there. I can't remember. Because otherwise it doesn't allow you to have the space like I've got in there. No. That's what I'm saying, Alex. I'll take and just I'll just take and do it tomorrow. Like I said, I don't. Especially if my wife has to work. Well, even if my wife is home. If my wife is home, it'll just be me and her tomorrow. So I'll take and go live, and I'll have you on. Huh. How about hey, Acid Burn? How about challenge me and see if it'll do it. Let me see. I'll tell you what. I'll bring this up. Let's see how this. Okay, so it is just a space. All right. Well, shoot. I don't think they allowed spaces. Yeah, it's just a space. I thought there was an underscore in there, but for whatever reason, it's not. There we go. Awesome. Alex, Easter was good, man. My kids woke up at 4 o'clock in the freaking morning, talking about Easter, Easter, bruh. You want to talk about being tired by the end of the day? Oh my God. Well, I say that. They woke up at 4 o'clock and I told my wife, I said, piss on this, I'm going to bed. And Acid Burn, you're going to see all my cards that I got if you take and keep watching this shit. But yeah, it was good, man. Okay. I got you. But yeah, dude, it was good. I mean, well, my youngest daughter took and got the biggest, what do you call it? Biggest feisty pet that you can get from the store. I mean, it's almost as big as she is. And you want to talk about going ape shit crazy, that young'un went crazy. She enjoyed the hell out of it. Somehow I'm seeing your stuff. Oh shit. Of course. Something tells me you got a mill deck. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've got to find me another freaking Mortify as quickly as possible, because I've played against a deck like this and it whooped my ass. Not even gonna lie. People that hate Esper just haven't played against this kind of deck. It's as simple as that. Especially if you have the emergency powers with this to really just fuck everything up. Oh no, I know it's not a net deck, because I've played against this deck before and I got my ass royally kicked. I mean, like, stomp, stomp, stomp. I noticed it in a net deck because after I played it, I went looking for it and I couldn't find it no damn where. I've played a deck very similar to this before. They had emergency powers in it, and it just completely fucked me over, especially with that induced amnesia. Just so I can get rid of one of your cards. Shit. Yep. I think I've played you before. So I know for a fact I've played this deck.
Somebody bothering you?
I hope you've said your
I'll make
goodbyes
them
already.
suffer.
Oh, I hate that card. I hate that card. I hate the decks, the mill decks that have psychic corrosion with persistent petitioner, and they'll take it throughout like 6 persistent petitioners, and as soon as you can kill one, they'll get rid of it.
Dematerializing?
They'll throw another one down, and then they'll just mill the hell out of you. They'll take and tap 4 of them. You got 20 cards going into your deck. Then they'll draw a card. You got 3 more, or 2 or 3 more, and it's like, oh my god. I hate decks like that. Those are the ones that make people take and go out and hang themselves after they get done with a match. This is the one I don't have the I already know. You've got this game. I already know this. You keep playing. You've. If I'd have used the deck with the Mastermind, I'd be a little bit different story. But I don't have Mastermind to this. I've got no answer to Immortal Sun. You're about to mill the shit out of me. I can't use my Krasis. You done using Ixalan's Binding for that. I can't use my Eldest Reborn. You do use one for that. Oh, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Hell no, we don't need that stuff causing one less. She's probably gonna counter this one anyways. It don't matter. Oh, okay, never mind you. Great goodness. Yeah, dude. Like I said, I've played this deck before. I think I've played you before because I played. I mean, it is very, very similar if it wasn't this deck, and it. Boy, it just straight up. It's straight up just nasty, nasty, nasty. I've gotten, I was playing, I think, the same deck, that Esper Krasis, and I don't have the Mastermind's Acquisition, so I can't bring up a Cleansing Nova to get rid of all of that stuff up there, especially with the Immortal Sun, and it just milled the shit out of me. My father, Alex, my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law live right in front of us, and we took and went up there and seen them for Easter. We actually had dinner with them for Easter. It was real nice. He was actually feeling pretty decent on Easter, which was nice. Oh, dear God. I can get rid of that card real quick. Or try to, at least. And I forgot, with this deck, I did take and make some tweaks since the last time I played a deck like this. So, looks like I do have an answer for your Immortal Sun, at least for the moment. Oh, Jesus Christ. What in the world? How the hell did Tekken lose? Yeah, it disconnected me too. Jax? Not that I know of. And see. Oh. Well, I'm SOL. That's good. That's a good game, dude. That deck right there. I mean, if somebody doesn't have the right counters and right removals at the right times, I mean, you just like you just did. You just milled them straight to death. Oh, I know. As soon as it's my turn, it's boom. So you took and got that psychic corrosion going with the induced amnesia, and it's just, that's game over instantly. So, my goodness, that was a, yeah, I have to give it to you, dude. I mean, it's decks like that I really don't care. And it's hard to have the right removal and the right counters for everything. No, that induced amnesia with the psychic corrosion right there just kind of kills everything. And the minute somebody takes out that psychic corrosion, or not the psychic corrosion, but the induced amnesia like I did, just ruins everything. And you use that emergency power to go along with it whenever you've got especially 2 of the psychic corrosions down. It's a death knell. Yeah, I've got a PlayStation 4, Alex. My daughter plays it more than I do. The only game I've got that I really play on it is I've got God of War, the new one. I've played like all of 2 hours of it. And see that's smart. Using it for that reason right there, that's really smart. Most people are, you definitely did a number on me, I'll tell you that right now. Yeah, that's great goodness. I'm glad that wasn't a ranked match. My God, that was murder. For Esper, that's not even a fair fight. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, unless you've got the right counters and the right removal at the right time, you're just gonna completely wipe somebody out, because you've got, with the psychic corrosions and emergency powers, and you've got your own, counter stuff. It makes it damn near impossible to get everything like you need it to, so you can prevent a complete milling of your deck. Do you play that in ranked at all, or do you just take and play that casual? Yeah, Alex, I never played the original God of War series, but the new one, the hour and a half, 2 hours that I played, it's hella fun. It's just I use my computer so much that I don't really, I don't really take and play it the way I used to. Really? You got the deck idea from watching the Treasure Token? Yeah, it's a pretty stout fucking deck that you got, I'll tell you that. Is this not the mill deck? Oh, motherfuck. Really? Get rid of that shit. Now, Acid Burn, do you take and watch any of like the YouTubers that take and do the Magic the Gathering? I'll watch Noxious, and I'll watch Legend every so often. There's a couple of them that I'll take and watch that. Some of their brews and some of their jank decks are just funny how they. It's funny the decks that they come up with and how it just frustrates the hell out of people. Oh, dude, no problem, and I enjoyed playing it. I mean, you had as soon as I seen what you had, I pretty much knew my goose was cooked. I'm not even gonna lie, but yeah, I mean, if you can take and put together, and I'm still learning how to take and put together right combos for decks to take and get stuff, to take and work like it needs to. but I think, you know, being able to take and, you know, get an idea from a deck from, by seeing another deck and be able to put something together like that, I think that's awesome. You know, stuff like that needs to be showcased, especially for Magic the Gathering. Um, I, and see, it's funny too, because, you know, I've played Magic the Gathering off and on, like very off and on, for about the last 10 years. I haven't played paper a whole lot. I played more like the games that would come out for PlayStation and Xbox. Paper when I'd take and find somebody that, you know, that played it and everything like that. And, you know, always taking and figuring out how to take and build a deck and not use the ones that either been preset for you to take and use, or, you know, one that you can buy completely from the store like the Commander decks. It's, you know, that's a talent in and of itself, man. Nice. And Alex, no, I didn't get, my wife didn't get many beers for Easter. I'll probably be getting a 12 pack or something this week. With me being out of work at the moment and not being able to work, it really puts a damper on what I'm able to take and do. But yeah, we plan on. I told my wife I need some beer. Damn. And see, I'm not that old school of a player to even know what the hell Power 9 Turn 0. Turn 0, that's before. And see, I'm just now getting into learning, really learning what there is to take and learn about Magic the Gathering and the nuance of playing it, which is one of the reasons why I'm using, you know, my twist on a net deck at the moment. So. And Alex, dude, that shandy that you took and that you reviewed on Brandon's channel on his live stream the other day, that looked like a very good beer. I'd love to find that, because I like stuff like the Leinenkugel's shandies. Their lemon shandy is really good, dude. If you haven't tried that. But yeah, I'm just now learning the nuances of Magic the Gathering, and I'm still trying to take and, like I said, learn how to take and to put combos together for decks to make them work like they need to. I like it because it makes you think. I grew up, let's see, I used to take in role play. I used to take in paper, pen, Dungeons and Dragons, Vampire the Masquerade, GURPS, Rift, Exalted, taking and play pen and paper role playing games, and, you know, stuff that you had to use either your imagination or things of that nature. And this right here is just right up my alley. Yeah, Alex, I hope I'll be back at work at some point in time soon too. It's just, but right now riding is what's really fucking me up. That I haven't even tried. I drove my car from the in-laws right in front of our house. I mean, same yard. I mean, I just took and drove it from their yard to our yard, and I got out, and dude, I was so dizzy, I had to take and come inside and had to lay down. And, you know, I'm going into 2 months in this and still just, and it's not even fast. I didn't even take and put my foot on the accelerator, and that's what happened. I got so dizzy. So, copying jumpstart 8 times. Dude, that is nasty. That's not even, that's not right. That's not right. It's just, you know, people just, they don't have a chance whenever you do stuff like that. I mean, it's funny. I'm a part of a lot of Magic the Gathering groups on Facebook, and I swear to God, people take and bitch about the dumbest stuff on there. I hate mill decks. I hate Esper decks. I hate red white deck, or the mono red burn decks. Blah 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 blah. Everybody bitches about something. That right there is something that's something right there I could see somebody really bitching about. That's a nasty fucking combo, dude. Like, really, that's brilliant. Alex, if I can find it, dude, trust me, I'm gonna get it and I'll review it. I like a good shandy because shandies are nice. They're crisp. They're refreshing. I see. That's what I like is the control decks. I like being able to take and counter what somebody's putting out and just completely locking the game down. That's it's so much fun taking and being able to do that, and it's even more funny whenever they've got, like, especially if it's a life gain deck, they'll get 30 something health, 34 health, and you'll take and beat. I've gotten down to like 3 and 4 health, and then everything starts. Engine just starts running with this, and I'm able to take and use a Kaya's Wrath on everything, throw out a couple dozen acuities, use an absorb, throw out Teferi, and it's just I'll be back at 20 health. They'll have like 30 something health, and at that point in time they can't throw anything out because I either kill it or I counter it, and they just concede. I'd find that so fun. Like this person just did. Which they were trying to take and use a mill deck, and it's just what a very good mill. I know what they were trying to do with the mill deck, because they tried throwing out the Psychic Corrosion. They tried throwing out Wall of Thoughts. That's one of the more common mill decks. I've been running into these decks that they take and mill themselves, but then they take and use their graveyard to pull out creatures and also deal damage. And if that's done effectively, that can be a pain in the ass. Come on, give me some cards. Alright, that'll work. Yeah, it is. But it's funny seeing what, people play and then seeing what everything is kind of... You start seeing kind of quick after you take and play the metagame, or the meta decks, and even a lot of homebrew, some of the... Well, no, the meta decks. You start seeing what everything is kind of weak against, and how to take and play around different stuff, and when to hold your cards, and unless they're playing mono red, and then I'll be honest with you, I don't think mono red is very hard to play. I just don't. It doesn't take a whole lot of thought. I mean, unless they play Esper, and then they got to figure out how quickly they can get their stuff done, and it becomes a race. All right, Alex, take it easy, man. I appreciate you stopping by, bud. Like I said, I'll get back on here tomorrow, and if you take and hop on, I'll take and do a panel, dude. I'll do that for a little bit before I actually before I start playing this tomorrow. I bet it does. I bet it does. It probably destroys half the decks that people play against you with. Some of these Merfolk decks, some of the little tweaks that people make these Merfolk decks, these things can run pretty freaking quick if you're not careful. And of course, I get the one card, destroy non-merfolk. They're all merfolks. That's no help. Come on, I need Kaya's Wrath here. Thank you. Yeah, that discard that discard deck you've got, dude. That's insane, man. My hat's off to you for coming up with it. I mean, really, it's. As somebody who has played against a deck similar to that before, I mean, it was very similar, but you know, just a simple fact of how effective it is, dude. My hat's off to you. That's a really good deck that you got, man. And the thing with the merfolk is, if I can't get off my Kaya's Wrath within the first 4 or 5 rounds, I'm screwed. I'm hoping it. Well, I'm glad they don't have enough cards without a Frilled Mystic. I hate Frilled Mystic.
I can
played
get rid
a-
of anything, living or dead.
I played a gate deck earlier that had Frilled Mystic in it, and they used that to take and counter damn near everything I tried doing. Aggravating as hell. I was playing with a different deck. I wasn't playing with Esper, but it was still a pain in the ass to play against. Well, I'm definitely going to go back and watch watch it and see exactly what, some of the, at least the core of your set, because something like that would be fun just to take and play around with. I probably wouldn't try to put it through ranked just because it's, I don't know, I might take and try to put it through ranked and see how good your deck does against most of the field. To be honest with you, I think it'll probably do pretty good against the field. Get that out of here.
This will be child's
Move it on
play.
down the line. Let me take and exile some more of your cards.
Good riddance to bad rubbish.
I'm going to finish this match right here, and then I've got to jump off of here because my kids will be home here in a few minutes. My sister-in-law is going to be bringing them to me. So early dismissal day from school. I don't know what it is with kids these days. I don't remember having early dismissal days in school unless it was a holiday. Like, the holiday is over with. Why is there an early dismissal day? The teachers should be all rested up. Seriously. You got you up to gold tier? That's cool. Oh, fuck, Jace. Okay, it's not the massive or the pain in the ass Jace, the Mind Welder. And so you homebrew a deck and it can get you to gold. That's a good deck. I'm going ahead
I
and
hope
get
you've
some more
said your
life out of this.
goodbyes already.
And then unless he takes care of Kaya, he's about to take and get killed. I'm in South Carolina. I live in South Carolina.
Feel the
I'm
pain of every outcast thing.
waiting on the everybody around here is waiting on the warmer weather. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to warmer weather because around here we get gnats and all kind of dumb shit. I wish the cold weather would have stuck around for another couple weeks. And I say cold, and that's I guess it depends on what your definition of cold is, because it didn't get very cold around here this winter. Missouri, never been there. It's one of the states I haven't been to.
I'll be back. Just you wait.
I've always wanted to take and go to St. Louis, take and go watch a Cardinals game. That and go to the. I'm not very big on Budweiser, but the Anheuser, I've had beer fresh from the brewery there, and it's better than what you'll buy in the store. That's for sure. Oh, nice. So what company do you work for? You work for a local company, or you work for like Swift or something like that? And I say Swift, and I just say that because it's the biggest company, but I've seen they're not very highly regarded in a lot of circles as far as truckers are concerned. Nice. Oh, hell no. Alright, well, at least I know where you stand on that one now. Yeah, apparently their drivers aren't the swiftest. Mentally, apparently. At least from everything I've seen or can gather. And don't look like a lot of folks care for them too much. Okay, I got you. Does it take it? You know, are you mostly over the road? You know, away from home throughout the week, and you home on the weekends, or is it, you know, as the everything permitting, basically, whatever the company needs? Damn, Connecticut. Yeah, you a little bit of ways from home, I would say. Yeah, I've lost this one. That Jace is a new 2 weeks at a time. Good lord. Or you got like in-cab Wi-Fi or something like that, or because I noticed that you're watching. So I mean, you got to have, you know, you got to have at least a laptop probably there with you, or you take and use the Wi-Fi wherever you're taking and getting unloaded at, or whatever rest stops that you can go to, like pilot stations or stuff like that. Okay, I got you. Alright, well, that's it for me for right now on here. I'm gonna get off of here, and man, I appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate the sub, and you know, I enjoyed the game, even though you you whooped me. I really enjoyed that game. It was nice, you know. It's cool seeing that deck. Take it easy, you know. Have a good day out there. Anybody else is watching, y'all have a lovely day. Be careful on the road, man. Really. And tomorrow I'll be on again and do this for a little while tomorrow. And you know, if you can't catch me then, Acid Burn, whenever you're able to catch me, dude, I'll enjoy speaking with you, dude. So everybody have a nice one. Later.